Yeah, hey, dear Andrew Chang. I do appreciate the about that. There's a lot of research that you do or people do on your team or the team to provide information. I'm at 2 minutes in your Canada Post uh, segment that just came out, and today is November 30th. And you're saying that 2% inflation over 4 years, 8%, and they're offering more. I don't know if you know how low the salary has been for how long, because you should apply that 2% from like 12 years ago. In this town I am, of course, like a lot of places, they'd like to hire me as a carrier, and I can't even get the government, the BC Ministry of Poverty Creation, to give me money they owe me legally. And as much as I try with MLAs or their own bosses or the minister of that particular ministry, is I can't get it. I'd have to go to the RCMP, and the RCMP would hesitate, and so there's no republic in Canada, right? So what I'm saying is that I would need new orthotics to start that job, even at the low salary that they were offering, and also I would need that guaranteed, right? I wouldn't say, "Oh no, just use your old ones for 3 months and then your insurance kicks in." And then when it kicks in, I'm still faced with the same issue of the complexity in a so-called developed country to get orthotics in Prince Rupert. Okay, because the best ones I had believed were the one from a chiropractor that's not on the list of the insurance carrier, because she doesn't fall under that kind of specialist, where she would have made a cast and send it in. So, from what I gather so far from my research, even the hospital here won't do it. They'd have to send their patients to Prince George. And I mentioned this to the Ministry of Poverty Creation. I said, why don't you pay this chiropractor that charges $50 less than what you allow for this? And stop sending me here and there for that form, and the doctor here that knows nothing about me or anything, and just money laundering through my identity in a way that costs more money. So again, there's so much money lost in the system of governing or public service. And I'm not criticizing Canada Post workers here. I'm criticizing people that do business as usual type of cultures. Oh no, we don't do it that way. Maybe in 10 years, if we developed we become a developed country, we can actually get you orthotics the most efficient and cost effective way. So that's what I'm talking about. A lot of money is lost in the system, including the BC Ministry of Poverty Creation. I mean, most of the money is lost in their salaries, including the salaries of appeal committees and bosses and their retirement plans. And you can't rely on the union there to kind of fix things, because they support the BCGU, the status quo. So I'm only at 2 minutes into your vlog, okay? And if you want to do another about that, how about you do one where you spend an entire day as a carrier on foot, Andrew, and let me know, if there's somebody in your life you really care about, what kind of salary you would want them to receive for doing that job in a place where the rent is a certain average, okay? And I was joking with them when I went to talk to them. We're outside of the Canada Post Office. I was saying, hey, even if you get that raise, you can't afford something unless you get into a relationship with somebody you don't really love, just so you can both pay for this rent. You got to know that everything's interconnected, Andrew. It's not just about QP or whatever you think the sides are. It's about when you significantly raise the salaries of a community, then greed kicks in, and the price of rent and everything else kicks in. So again, this creates a divide. If you believe, Andrew, that being housed or receiving medical care such as orthotics is a human right, then you get those rights out of the monetary paradigm. You make it that they can't be used to separate the poor and the rich. So, do you understand what I'm saying? And do you understand that that's how economics creates mental illness in people, including you who talk about it in a way that makes it sound like it's normal to act like this.